My God, how could I do this? How could I cheat? Oh my God, how could I cheat? My journey is messed up. My journey is completely messed up. I ate candies, I ate pizza, I ate chocolate, I ate ice cream. Oh my God, what will I do now? I can as well just give up. No, giving up is not an option. And if this is you on your weight loss journey, you definitely need to watch this video till the end. What's up, beauties? It's your girl Viana's Beauty. If you're new to this channel, this is a channel where we talk everything beauty related, from hairstyle, fashion, lifestyle, beauty, and of course fitness. And talking about fitness today, I'm gonna be bringing you tips in which you can use when you have a cheat meal. Yeah, I said cheat meal. I didn't say cheat because some of you all will be thinking, oh, she cheated on her husband, she cheated on her boyfriend. No, that's not the type of cheat we're talking about today. So to quickly get into the topic, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, Oga, Auntie, what are you waiting for? Please, I'm begging you, just hit on the red button as we get into the topic of today. Okay, the first thing I would like to talk about is before I talk about the first thing, let's just know the difference between a cheat meal and a treat meal. I don't know the diet you are on your weight loss journey. I don't impose on any type of diet, but the different types of diets. I don't know the method you are using. But for whatever method you are using, there are times you might derail from that. Okay, we are all humans. I don't want to always come and preach on weight loss and not get into the practical or the realistic aspect of weight loss. There are times you will fall. I fall so many times. But the most important thing, like I always tell my weight loss students, is not staying down when you fall. The most important thing is snapping back up immediately you fall. And once you realize you fall, some people do give up after falling. That is why I made the scene at the beginning of this video. That's not an option. Don't give up after you've fallen. After you've fallen, rise back up like nothing happened, girl. And coupled with the tips I'll be giving to you today, you are good to go on your weight loss journey. So a treat meal is simply like something you're not supposed to take that is not very bad. For example, when I was doing keto, after my birthday party, which was what motivated me to lose 45 pounds, after my birthday party, I was just feeling as to treat myself like, girl, you've done a good job, you know, going for 4 months without all this stuff. I decided to treat myself, and I had 2 slices of pizza. That isn't a part of my weight loss. That's a treat. Now a treat becomes when you go overboard with the treat. Do you understand? Okay, for example, now maybe I took two packs of the pizza, or I took like 6 slices of pizza. That becomes an outrageous cheat, because you know pizza is processed, it is a junk, it contains a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs, and once you go overboard with that, it becomes a cheat, and you will need a lot of hard work to get you back on track. Once you've taken, for example, like the pizza I mentioned, you have spiked up your insulin level, and you know our system is always craving for how do they call it? Our system is always craving for carbs so as to use it as a form of energy. And once you have deprived yourself for a very long time of consuming carbs, what happens is that once you consume that carbs, you spike up your insulin level, and your insulin level, when your insulin level is spiked up, your metabolism is slowed down, and you start gaining weight. And even if you don't gain weight, once your metabolism is slowed down, it slows down the process of fat burning. So you always try, if you're struggling to lose weight fast, you always try to keep your metabolism, sorry, I said your metabolism, your insulin level low. Don't spike it up. But what happens if you spiked it up? That is the treat I was talking about. I took 2 slices of pizza. That was my treat meal. And if I had to go overboard, it would have become a cheat. That's the difference between a treat and a cheat. Okay, and a cheat can also be like when you go way high with things you are not supposed to take. You consume a lot of sweets, chocolates, and all that. That no longer is a treat. That now is a cheat. Also depending on the quantity you take. So these things, if you've had a cheat or a treat, depending on the level at which you've had, you can consider doing the things I'll be talking about. I'll be bringing to you 5 points, and to start with the 5th point, I'm starting with the last point, which is the most detested point. Yes, people do hate this point a lot. So the 5th point is increasing your workout time. Increasing your workout time, your exercise time. When you exercise, you burn out extra calories, and if you've consumed carbohydrates, you know carbohydrates contains very high level of calories. So when you increase your exercise time, what happens is that your you tend to burn the calories you've consumed faster. You know, as you're sweating, you're using energy. As you're exercising, that's how you're burning that fat. And yeah, so you have to increase your exercise time and kind of try to do, like, if you cannot do high intensity exercise, this got to put me in trouble. Like, I'm having so much problems pronouncing. How did they say pronunciation? Is it pronunciation or pronunciation? Whatever, we're not in an English class here. So once you've exercised, you've burned out that fat, and you are just sure that you have at least reduced the level of carbs or sugar you took the previous day. Don't give up, okay? Let's get into the not the second point, the 4th point. The 4th point is that you have to be strict on your diet, depending on the type of diet you are going in for weight loss. For example, I was doing the ketogenic diet, and after I had the cheat meal, what I did was that I made sure the ketogenic diet, as we've talked about, is the lowest form of carb intake diet. That's the 75% of fats, only 5% of carbs. So what happened was that after my treat day, I went intensely in the diet. So I really lowered the level of carbohydrate I took to maybe about 2%. That's what you can do. If you're on a low carb diet, you can as well just do maybe keto for a week if you're not on a keto diet. And if you are on what other diet do we have? But whatsoever diet you are in, after a cheat day or a cheat week or whatsoever period you took to cheat, you can just make sure that you go highly on that diet. You are strict on the diet. Like, in between, you can give yourself 1 or 2 weeks, you will not have any cheat or treat day. So getting into the 3rd thing you can do, the 3rd thing you can do is to go back to your goal. Your goals, like I always talk about goals is something that can really put you on track. You can go back to what, like I said, you have to have your goals written down. You need to remind yourself of where you want to be. If you're someone who was once slim, have a picture, go back to that picture and look at it and say, I have to come back to this size, or I have to look better than I was in this picture. Now, I've told you guys a number of times that before I embarked on this weight loss journey, which I actually paid for a coaching online class, I had always had hips, but I had a bigger waistline even before I started having children. And now, after having 2 children, my waistline has actually reduced 2 inches from what it was before I got married. Yes, you can work yourself to that level. And one thing that motivated me was I always had to go back to my I always had to go back to my former pictures before I started having babies. Like, I'll go back and say, when will I ever get back to this stage? I have to put in all the work. And honestly, I did put on the work. I'll insert a picture of how I was before I had my first baby. No, before I had my second baby, so that you can see. And I'll also insert another picture of my present me, so that you can see the difference between my waist you know, the before and the after. Now I'm not talking about the slim course here. So the fourth point is just that go back to your goals, remind your goals, and it will just try to motivate you to get back on track instead of just throwing it into towel. And the third thing I'll advise you to do, I'll not emphasize so much on this point, is just confiding in someone who will get you back on track. If you cannot have like a weight loss coach, you can have a friend with a common goal. I always talk about this point. It helped me a lot. And I just to put it out there, yeah, you can always confide in me. Send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is Vianas_beauty, or you can send me a message on Facebook. You can join my Facebook group there. If you have any problem, you can just put it as a post. It's a private group, so not the entire Facebook will see it. It's just a private group. So if you have a problem, you can put it there and we will encourage you and put you back on track. Okay? So the first point and the most amazing point you can do to get back on track after a cheat day is increasing your intermittent fasting time, your intermittent fasting window. Yes, this is the best and the most effective way of getting back on track, of just burning those excess calories. We have enough videos on that, so I'll not emphasize so much. Depending on your fasting window, if you are on 16-hour 8-hour window, which means you fast, you deprive yourself of food for 16 hours, and the 8 hours you have to eat, you can extend it to a 20-hour 4-hour eating window. You can just have much. Once you are fasting, you reduce your sugar level, you reduce the amount of carbs you're taking in, and as such, you reduce your calorie intake, because we already know that if you want to lose maximum weight, you have to be at a calorie deficit. There are many apps out there that can help calculate your calorie intake, which I'm not going to get into that. So those are my 5 tips of getting back on track after a cheat or a treat day or meal or period, whatever thing you want to call it. I hope you had fun watching me. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't make me angry. Please click on the red button and support your girl. But like I always say, even if you don't click on it, I'll always be bringing this tips, because I want to see all my beauty community slaying, fit and healthy. That is the most important thing. We're gonna live long to rock life, to enjoy our kids, to enjoy our families, and I'm definitely gonna see you in my next video. Please do share this video. I never say you should share my video. If I say you should share this one, then please do share it out. For all my weight loss students, I love you so much. For all my subscribers that keep coming back, I love you so much. Let's take this channel to 2K.